Farewell, Overwatch League. The potentially and probably final season of Overwatch League has come to an end. And as a last goodbye to this esport, let's review what happened at the very end of this beautiful bridge. So, the format is that there was two sides, and they do like a mini bracket. And then four get to the finals. It was alright. I don't hate it. I feel like since you have 8 teams, you could just do an 8-person tournament with a loser's bracket. Anyways. So, what shocked? What was shocking? Well, honestly, not much. London beat Atlanta, which was kinda surprising. But, like, other than that, let's individually cover all the teams real quick. So, Seoul didn't have a great tournament. They didn't take a single map. And they fought Dallas too. So that was kind of rough. Next, Atlanta sucked a lot. And this one was really sad. Because I was cheering for Atlanta, but they got reverse swept by Hangzhou and got crushed by London. And their tournament is just over from there. So next we have London. London had an alright tournament, I guess. They lost to Boston twice, which is odd. They could have just, I don't know, adapted, but they didn't. And then Dallas had an alright tournament. They beat Infernal and then got stomped. But now let's cover the finals, because the finals was weird. It was single elim round of 4, which is whatever, I guess. But Houston beat Hangzhou very easily. Florida beat Boston. And then Hangzhou beat Boston. But this is weird, because it was a close, I would say, stomp. Like, Houston got stomped bad, but every game was super close. But, like, I can't blame, like, anyone for this, but the games weren't really close. I don't know. Now let's cover the goods. The production was amazing. It was beautiful, and I was very hype, even though my favorite teams weren't here. So that was very exciting. We can cover the bad now. The bad about this was probably the formatting. Formatting could have been a bit better. But I'm gonna say the bad thing that gave this year a bad taste in my mouth. Like, you can't compare this year to last year. You just can't. Because last year was one of the best seasons of Overwatch League. Especially the finals. How it went to 7 with definitely the two best teams. But this. The awards really put a bad taste in my mouth. Because I think Lip has debatably gotten scammed out of multiple MVPs now. Like, multiple. Like, a lot. Because, for me personally, he was definitely MVP of 2021. He absolutely carried the Dragons. And 2023. And there's an argument for 2020. So I don't know. It's very sad that if this is the last year of Overwatch League, that he got scammed so hard. Because I think he is the best DPS player of all time. Anyways. So someone got MVP, which I personally disagree with. But also, like, I understand, I guess. Because, you know, they won. But if we, like, look over the entire year, because it's the full year MVP, I think someone wouldn't have gotten it if Florida didn't win the Pro-Am. Which is really stupid, honestly. Because the Pro-Am was, like, literally 5-6 months ago. I'm not saying it shouldn't matter, but, like, Glad's was good. I don't know. Grand Finals MVP was Merritt. I agree completely, honestly. Merritt played out of his goddamn mind. Yeah, he definitely deserves that one. He played so good. Which is really annoying as the person cheering for not him. But yeah, he played super well overall. If they lost, it would have probably gone to, I don't know who it would have gone to. Maybe Shu. I don't know. The MVP race is always skewed towards the DPS players. But, like, Dennis Hillica Award, it doesn't really matter anymore after, like, this. Because it went from, like, good people, like, good, like, community actors to, like, just memes. But, like, someone was an alright pick. He's popular, so you can't really dock him. Okay, this is where the BS starts cooking. This is where it starts cooking. Rookie of the Year. It was not Dog Hack. It wasn't. It was not Dog Hack in the slightest. What are you smoking? If you want the basic take, it should have been sugar-free. I don't agree with that either, but that's like baseline. Like, That's base level. It should have been sugar free. But if you want the real answer, it should have been fucking Viper. Viper carried the dragons. You see, dragons would be worse than uh Vegas. Dragons would have been worse than Vegas if Viper wasn't there. And now this is like after this is where it goes down. Because Coach of the Year, Florida, what a surprise. I'm not surprised. And then the Roll Stars. This is where it starts sucking. So, the Roll Stars this year were broken up by 2 per region. Which is so stupid. Because the West was so much better than the East this year. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but it is. That's what happened. So let me just give my opinion. Now, I'm just going to do 4. I'm not going to, like, add any. But I'm not going to do their stupid little rule. Lip and Stalker are probably, like... Yeah, Lip and Stalker, definitely. Leave, there's a conversation for Leave. Because he played inconsistent the entire year. And then Zest, there's a chance. I don't like the Zest pick, personally. I think, for me, personally, it would be Lip, Stalker... Lip, Stalker, Decay, and probably Proper. That's me personally. But also, I don't really take winning into account. But that wasn't too egregious. This here, it's alright, honestly. I don't hate this, I guess. Because, like, someone Hanbin Fearless, definitely. I would definitely agree with that. But Mag, there's, like, a conversation. Kinda. Let me think. Like, there's a chance you could put Mag, but, like, I mean, who else would it be? Oh, actually, no, I would have put Smurf. I forgot about him. Yeah, for me personally, I definitely want to put Smurf instead of Mag. Smurf just played better this year. He was on a super team, but so was Mag. And this is where it got BS. So the support lineup was Chio Fielder, Skewed Fixa. No. I don't want to be that guy. Like, the basic guy. Like, the East didn't have good supports. If I really wanted to make it spicy, I could. If we're not obeying their 2-2 rule, it's Chio Fielder, Violet Shoe, first off. Like, this rule is so bad because you have some of the greatest players in their final season getting scammed out of these important awards. Like, fucking proper. It, like, if you look at this, it looks like Proper had an insane season and then dropped off the earth. But he didn't. And for Tank doesn't look too bad, honestly. Like, but Smurf got kinda cucked. Then for support, like, no, these guys are just not top 4 in the league. But, okay, if we want to obey their stupid rule, I personally would still not get skewed or fix it. I think it's Chio Fielder, Faraway Xerneas. Because even though I don't like Guangzhou and their shit management, it was definitely, they just definitely was a better backline overall. And that's the end. This was a season. I can't call it good. Well, okay. I didn't like the 2018 season. I watched it back and it was quite boring, I would say. I would just say they were playing against plumbers. It was very early in the league. You can expect the first one to be great. The second season's formatting was beautiful, though. Multiple stages. Second season was great. Third season, it was alright. Back-to-back storyline, very cool. All that. I loved the fourth season. The storyline between the 0 and 42, is it 42? Dragons, and then, like, coming back to win is insane. And then the 2022 season was so good with that grand final. And it was really good. And then this season wasn't great, honestly. Honestly, this season wasn't great because it just wasn't filled with, like, any content. First of all, these awards were shit, honestly. Like, if you look overall, they weren't very good. And they tried to, like, make their own storyline. But, like, they just didn't. Now, if we go back to this, here's why I always advocate for a... Honestly, this probably wouldn't have worked because it really screws over everyone's pick'ems. But if you're looking for objectivity, do a randomized full tournament with a loser's run. Because honestly, and since you are Overwatch League, you could easily make it really hard for the losers team to come back. Because for like this bracket's okay. The only thing that I may not agree with would be like all you need to do to get out of here is be better than two teams. One team, even, for Boston's case. I just think this playoffs could have been better. Like, what I find very peeving is that it's like it's the last season of Overwatch League, and you have like you didn't need to make a narrative because the narrative was already there. You had your MVP coming back to try and win the championship. You had a backline, a winning backline in Lijigan Iziaki, and Smurf trying to come back and win his third ring. And Birdring comes back to try and help out Boston. You have Pelican, Violet trying to top off their careers. But just don't happen. But instead of that, you get Florida, which isn't a bad storyline. Because Florida comes in and they just win it, and they like I don't know. It was very disappointing that Florida didn't have to face Atlanta. But I guess I don't know. But like after all of that, like the Florida storyline isn't bad, right? You have like this team that won the Pro-Am, but then they like didn't play well in the mid-season madness, and they had to like regain their footing with like an MVP candidate and like some good players. And then in the grand finals, you have Merritt, who was on Houston last year. Yeah, and after all of that, they just completely shatter the storyline with these stupid awards. Like I would just ignore it if they didn't actually matter, but they do. So yeah. If this is the final season of Overwatch League, then goodbye, Overwatch League. Like, it probably isn't, but there's just, I don't want to say it, but like there is no other esport like Overwatch League. There's so much story, and honestly, I don't want to see it end. But, every good thing has to come to an end. And I wish that if Overwatch League ends here, that I just don't want Overwatch League to end here, because it was not the best season they've ever had. There was like no events. The awards were shit. They gotta. They have so many like. They have so many good players that couldn't play, like Viper. But yeah, I'm gonna stop ranting now. If this is the last one, it ends off on a depressing arc. But you know, that's it. See you all in the next one. Goodbye.